Good morning, children. In the previous class, we learned some files and tabs, the menu keys of MS Excel. We learned what is MS Excel used for, where is it used. Today, we'll be doing some practicals. So let me share the screen with you. Okay, in your PowerPoint presentation here, what I'm showing to you, what you're supposed to do in your practicals here, it says, suppose there are three friends, Rahul, Komal, and Amit. They are collecting items like posters, stamps, and tattoos. They want to maintain a record of who collected how many things. So, create a new workbook. First, I'll show you how to open a new notebook and how would you enter all these records of the items and the people who are collecting these items. So to enter data, of course, first let me show you how to open the Excel worksheet, and we will enter this Rahul, Komal and Amit. Maybe if I don't want to enter the same names, I will do some other names, stamps, posters and tattoos. Okay, let's do the practicals for this. And after that, we'll save the file. Okay, to open MS Excel, go to your start button. If you find it here, mostly I just look into the search and I say Excel. And here I get 2013. Just click on it and your Excel worksheet opens. This is your Excel worksheet, which has different templates like how you have for Word. Okay. Here it gives you very different suggestions like business, and if you want, these are the business type of worksheets that you have, and so on. When you go to the home, you go back to whatever things you want to, like a planner, you can select a personal or any list, budget information. So there are different templates for different things. Okay, let's see, we will open a new type of a this is opening existing file. So here we are going to open a blank workbook. Click on the blank workbook because I'm going to enter some data. Here, as I told you, this is the column and these are the rows. Here I'll say names because I'm entering some names. That is, and then what are the items that they're collecting? They're collecting stamps. They are collecting, use a tab key to go to the next cell. They're collecting posters and tattoos. So these are some of the items that they are collecting. I'll make it a little bigger so that you can see it. And if you need to make it broader, there's a line here. When it comes to a double-headed arrow, you can just drag it and make the things bigger, the space bigger. Did you understand? Okay. The names are Rahul. I'll try using the same names. Rahul, what are the names? Let's see. Rahul, Komal, Amit. Rahul, Komal and Amit. So Rahul, enter, Komal, K-O-M-A-L, and Amit. Here I'm teaching you how to enter data into your worksheet. So here you have columns and rows being drawn. And then I'll say Rahul collected 45 stamps. And posters, he collected 12 posters. Tattoos, he collected around 15. You want to adjust these things, you just select them and you can just drag this and you can put them in the center so that you get it in the center. You need to put lines for this. You can do it. Just again select it by dragging the mouse button over it, and you can, here you have the options of putting borders. You'll get a a tooltip. You can select all borders and so you get the lines. So you can see it very clearly here. And we'll say Komal collected, he collected 40 stamps and he collected 15 posters and he collected 15 tattoos. Let's go to Amit. Amit collected 50 stamps, 10 posters, and 9 tattoos. So this is how you enter your data. You can always, highlight your things so that you can make out the difference. You have boxes which darker color, you can just say thick border. Then you see the whole thing comes with a thick border. Clear? So this is the things. So if you like to know the total, I'll be teaching you in the next class how to do the totals. Like, so if you can understand what is the total here, 45 plus 12, and you'll know how many tattoos Rahul is corrected and Komal who has the highest number. This is how you enter data. Once you enter data, you need to save it, because every time you have to open this, the Excel worksheet and, enter the new things that have been updated. So I do need to save it. So to save it, go to File, click on Save As or Save. And then wherever you want location in my computer, you can browse and see where you want to save it. Okay, you will get a browser to say where do you want to save it. So it's saying, do you want to save it in my documents or images or anything? So I can select my documents, but right now I'll go to the desktop so that I can select it easily. I'm going to the desktop and I'm saving this. By default, it shows book 1 XLSX. That's the extension for Excel. XLSX is the Excel extension for Excel. And by default, it shows as book 1. So I can just change here the name, and your class 6ABC, I'll give the name as 6ABC. I'll save it as 6ABC. Already, automatically the extension will come, or you can type the extension .xlsl. Even if you don't put this extension, the extension was already mentioned. Save it as an Excel worksheet. So even if you don't put it, no problem. See, even if I don't put it, I can save it. It automatically takes the extension name. Click on the save button. So where did I save it? On the desktop? It's your wish. You can save it in C drive, D drive by just checking in this pane, in the navigation pane, where you want to save it. If you want to save it in the D drive, then you select D drive. Want to save it in C drive, you select the C drive, and that's how you save it. So I'm saving it in my documents. Click on the save option. Automatically the file is saved. Okay, I'll go back to my main sheet. So I come back to my main sheet. My name, the thing is saved with what? 6ABC. So if you want to see, you can see on top, I'll make it minimized since this screen is quite big. You can see 6ABC is the name of your file. I hope you understood how to save information into a file. So here it will be 6ABC. I'll make it 6ABC. Okay. So I've saved the file. And now what I'll do is I will close this file. So I told you how to open a worksheet, how to save a worksheet. We will open an existing worksheet. To open again, go back to your start menu. And if I saved it somewhere in the D drive and I don't remember the drive, just go to the, search button and say Excel. And then you get all the options. Just click on it, Excel 2013, and the Excel worksheet opens. If you want to check where are your latest things being saved, you can check in the latest year or open wherever you want to check. You can check here. It is already there. As soon as I open, it shows the recent things that are being opened. So if I need to open it, I'll open this, and then here automatically I go to the thing that I saved. So I taught you how to open a new worksheet, how to enter data into the new worksheet. I showed you how to put the borders and all that, and then I showed you how to open the existing worksheet. Tomorrow I will teach you how to do the addition and subtraction, in the next class. And here what we'll do is we'll change the color of the font. Just select all of them. And then I don't want it on black. I want to make it as maroon and I want to make it bold. You can do that. Can you see it's changed to maroon? You can even fill color into a line. To fill color, here you have the fill color option. Can you see the tooltip comes full fill color? So I can just click on this arrow and I'll get many colors. So I want to put, say, I want to put a background as yellow. See, it came here. And I want to put all the names. You just, whenever you want to put, just drag. When it comes into a, block plus, you just drag it here. It will select, or you can select this, press shift and the down arrow. It selects all the names. You can change the color for the names. Say I want to make it green color. Okay, and I can make it bold. See, it's come. Then I want to make stamps. I want to make it with another color. You can change the color. Say I want to write it with, say, blue. I'm saying fill color, so that's why the fill color is coming. You see how the fill color comes, and I can change the handwriting too. You see it's coming on yellow. It's your wish what you want to put it, and then you can just say bold so that it's clear. You can fill whatever color you want in this. Say I want to fill another color, say something like light green. See, I can do that. I already wrote in green, so that's why I'm not able to see better. So you change the color, say I want to put it as yellow so that you can see. You can put this color too. Change the font color face. Say I want to write it in, say, red. You can say red and then put the background. Select the background color. So I'll put here, say, blue. So it comes like this. I hope you understood how to change the background font and the background color. And you can even change the, size and all that. So I'll put here, say, I'll put a green here and you can make it bold. So this is how you enter your data with colors also. Okay. Here there are some other things like you can select. So these are the way that you do it. Okay, that's your practicals. Let's see what's next. So I told you how to enter data, and these are the cells. Let me tell you about the cells. The word Rahul is in, if I click on Rahul, I can see it is on A's column and row number 2. So it shows A2. I want to check posters of Komal. So it's on C3. I want to check tattoos of Amit. See, here it shows D4. Okay, this is how you start typing depending upon your cell number. That's called a name box, cell name box. So you learned how to enter data. In the next thing, how to open an existing file, I told you just now. Click on Excel and then here the recent information is there. If it is not there, click on open and then you'll find all the number of Excel worksheets that have been created, and you select your Excel worksheet, or the other option is just browse and check where's your Excel worksheet. I think I'll show you how to browse and check. Suppose I'm here. I want to open. So click on open. Then you go here, you find the recent documents. In case you don't find it, just you click on my computer or click on the browse button. And then you say, you saved it in the desktop. So you just click on desktop and scroll down. You will find your 6ABC Excel worksheet. Can you see? Click on this and click on open. The Excel worksheet opens. Did you understand? This is how you open an existing file. Okay, the next one, I showed you how to save, and suppose I enter any new details and I have not saved it. Here there's an option that says I've entered information but I did not save it. What will happen? Suppose I create another person who's joined their gang and his name is Ramu, say Ramu, and he's collected 34 stamps, 45 posters, and 10 tattoos. And what I'm doing is, I'm just directly going and closing the Excel worksheet. When I close the Excel worksheet, it will intimate me and say you need to save the Excel worksheet. Let's see whether it does that. I'm closing. See, what does it say? Want to save your changes to the Excel worksheet? Yes, I do want to save it. So you click on save it, and then it saves, and then it closes. So see, want to save your Excel worksheet, and then it does that. Now that's the end of that chapter. Your second chapter, this is your worksheet. Just first you do the worksheet without checking these things. Here it says dash is a simple analysis of the, so it is a spreadsheet, and spreadsheet consists of what? Rows and columns. And the shortcut key to open a new book is Control plus N. And if you want to open an existing worksheet, or do you want to exit the worksheet, you have to click on the file menu. Here your stated true or false are there, your match the following. Do all this only in the reader. The question answer should be written in your classwork books. Also stick the picture of your Excel worksheet. You can see it's there in your book on page number 26. Before you fill it into your reader, first take a screenshot or print out this empty worksheet, then put the label this worksheet and stick it in your classwork book. This is nothing to do with your classwork. And here are the question answers for those 4. Though I wrote the page numbers, but still I wrote the answers. Please check the answers. If you can write better answers, please do it. And also your worksheet 1 of your first lesson, you have already completed and I've already corrected, but still I'm putting it so that you can cross check your input, output and storage device. This is your chapter 1 worksheet. Please cross check if you have any doubts. Whenever I'm showing it to you, just take a screenshot and so that you can cross check afterwards. So this is chapter 1 worksheet, page number 13, page number 14. I've put even the page numbers. Just check. What is a primary memory? That's RAM. What is a non-volatile memory? That's ROM, read-only memory. And what is USB full form? Universal serial bus. And which is the input device that you use for giving a voice? That's microphone. Your true or false. And then who am I? I am an output device used for music and sound. Definitely it's speaker. I am a device that is used for playing games, joystick. And so you check all these things. I'm a thing that is used for printing on hard copies. Hard copies is your paper when anything is done. So it's a printer that does the printing work. Then these are which of the following belong to the second memory device. So CD-ROM you can store. So it is a secondary memory device. Printer, it's not a secondary device. So you say no, where you can store data for later use, that's called a storage, that's called a memory device. Then you have a printer, no. Keyboard, no. Hard disk, yes, it's a secondary device. Mouse, no. DVD, yes, it's a secondary device. These all are the full forms for your, which I've already taught you. These are your question answers too of all these 4 questions. What is the role of hard disk? Okay. What does a hard disk do? It is inside the computer and it helps to, store information which cannot be erased. What is the role of a floppy disk? And I've written here, just check the answers and complete your work. So though this is of second chapter, I want you to do page number 25 and 26 of your in your computer reader. On page number 25, bit 4, which is question and answers, please write it in your class workbook. And also stick do this lab activity in your reader also. And before you do it in your reader, please take a blank without the labeling, make a Xerox, stick it in your worksheet and complete it. That's all for now, children. Have a nice day and do all your homeworks. So that's the end of first chapter and second chapter. Thank you. Stay safe.